vlog. Today I'm going to be talking about what has shaped and defined my life, and we're going to go all the way back to the beginning. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Whoa, not that far back. Oh, my bad. That's okay. We'll get there later. But anyways, when I say go back to the beginning, I mean when Addie and I were just babies. So basically, obviously, you know, Addie and I were twins, and so we have very similar life experiences because we grew up at the same time, and that was really nice because you had that built-in best friend. But the thing that came with that was you get compared a lot, and so you become really competitive because people always ask you, you know, like, who's the smarter one, who's better at sports, who can lift more, things like that. And that always gave both Addie and I a really strong drive. And I think that drive is going to help me down the road because I know that I can always do better. Obviously, I've learned to become content with what I can do when I really try my hardest, but it's pushed me to always try as hard as I can to make sure I'm able to do what make sure I'm able to do the best I possibly can. So that's why being a twin has helped and is going to improve my life. Welcome back to the vlog. So another thing we're going to be talking about that has shaped my life in a really important way and will help me in the future is the Bible. So I am a really devoted Christian. I really love to learn about God and Jesus and what they've done and to learn about my faith. And something that's really helped in the past is I go to a camp called Pine Cove. In Pine Cove, every year they go over something really specific. Like last year we went over Hebrews, and this year we went over the Gospels and things like that. And every year they give a really important message and go over a certain theme. And these themes have really helped define who I am. I remember very vividly going into freshman year, something I really struggled with was my identity. And that was what we talked about that summer at my camp that I went to. And so that and then this year's talk about community and what it means to have a good and faithful and loving community has really shaped who I am now. Because now I know what it's like to be truly happy and what it's really like to be loved by others and to know and be content with who I am as a person. And that is going, I know that's going to help me down further in the road because I now understand what it's like to just be happy with who I am and to be happy in the situation I'm put in. Even when I'm put in a bad situation where I may have not gotten what I personally wanted, I now understand that there is an intention behind that. There is a lesson to be learned. There is something to help me grow, and that's going to help me, I know for a fact, in the future, because when I do get that really tough struggle that everybody goes through at some point in their life, I can rely back on the word and I can go over what Pine Cove has taught me in the past and just use that as my rock and my guiding point, and that will help me have a really joyous and just happy and peaceful life. Hey Mr. Bud, so another really big thing about me is that I am in band and I really enjoy it, and I have a lot of friends in band from other schools. So I go to things like this, which is called stadium rehearsal, and it's so much fun because we just get to see another band rehearse in a more just relaxed setting and just see and compare our band to theirs. So yeah, this is another fun thing. I get to do it with all my friends. Say hi. It's the vlog. Yeah, it is. And so yeah. So I had to cut that video short a little bit because the other band's directors were kind of looking at me weird, like, hey, why is this random kid, just filming our during our rehearsal? So I didn't have to cut that short, but I just want to say band is obviously a really big thing in my life. It's the only reason why I spend half my summer doing it and all my afternoons doing it until 6. And then when indoor starts up, it's until 8, which I don't know if you know, just some background info on that. It's called indoor percussion, and obviously, hence the name, it's just percussion and it's inside. It's really fun. When I get my schedule, you should definitely go check it out. But basically, band has changed me a lot because it's helped me learn how to work as a group and how to work with different kinds of people. Because in softball, obviously there are different kinds of people, but normally the kids were, talkative, there weren't too many introverts or just shy people, at least the people I played with in softball. But band, there's definitely a lot more introverts, and I just feel like there's a lot more diversity with background and just people's lives and their own experiences. And so I think just band as a whole has taught me how to communicate to a much wider variety of people and how to just connect with them. Especially as a leader, I've learned a lot about how to just raise the way I'm speaking to certain people, to learn someone else, like how someone else will respond to things, and use that information to help them get the most, like the best information they can and the most out of what I'm telling them. So that is definitely going to help me down the road, because whenever I start going into work environments or even into college, it's good to know like the different types of people there are, like how to talk to an introvert, how to talk to an extrovert, how to talk to someone who may have had a rougher childhood, and how to talk to someone who has just had things, handed to them. And so I think band has really taught me the difference of that. And it's also just taught me like just how much sacrifice is. Like I am spending half of my summer doing from an 8 to 5 every day. It's basically just working a job without getting paid, and it's just like, it's so much work. But it's taught me that as long as you enjoy what you're doing, it doesn't feel like work. It just seems like something that you just get the opportunity to do. And I really like to think of it that way, as an opportunity. And I know just whenever I start going about life and having to do work, band has taught me that to make sure like what I do is something I want to do, like something that I'm not gonna just be like, oh my god, now I have to go into my job I did, because obviously I'll feel that way at some point, but like to make sure, although I'll have those rough days, to genuinely enjoy what I'm doing by the end of the day. So yeah. Well, Mr. Bud, those are my experiences and how they've developed and shaped my life, and how they're gonna help me in the future. I really hope you enjoyed this video, but sadly it must come to an end. So I'll see you in class tomorrow, and I hope you have a good day.